What's poppin', Cosmic Peeps? This is Cosmic Love coming to you again with another video. Excuse me. And in today's video, I want to talk about fear and how fear holds us back from our biggest dreams, our truest desires, things that we really, really want. And I want us to talk about how we can step outside of that fear, what we can do. Maybe I can offer a way that resonates with you, and you can put that, into practice. Because for me, creating these videos was a fear of mine. But with what I wanted to do, I was going to have to step outside of that fear. That's if I really wanted to do it, right? So, I talked to myself. I looked at my life, how I'm living. Am I okay with that? I could be. I was able to make things happen. But I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to put that behind me, and I want to grow, because I want to farm with a small farm with a few farm animals, garden. I want to have my own, and I won't really be able to obtain that living the way I'm living. So, what do I need to do? I could go back to school and, study for a higher paying job, but that's not really what I want to do. What I want to do is help people, help the community, because I'm tired of seeing my community be shitted on the way that it is, my people being shitted on the way that they are. So I want to do my part, as big or as little as it is. I want to do my part and help. So I said, you got to do it. Just however you decide to go about it, you got to do it. Because my fear is being in front of people, leaving myself open. I just feel so very vulnerable that way. But with what I want to do, either way, either through these videos and or in person, because this could expand far beyond what I ever dreamed of, which I hope it does. But either way, I'm going to have to be in front of people. I'm going to have to be seen. There's no way to really do it behind, the scene. I thought about a podcast. I was like, well, you could do a podcast. Nobody really has to see you every day or, see your face in the videos. But I wanted to put myself out there, because this is a big step for me, is being seen and being so very open. So if it's something you really, really want to do, have a talk with yourself. Write it down. Do what you need to do to process it in a healthy manner, preferably. Talk to yourself and ask yourself, is this something that you really want to do? And it doesn't have to be anything big like, what I want to do. It could even be just simply going on a trip, or getting your passport so you can travel out of the country, or going somewhere alone by yourself with no one. Just you, yourself, and you. And, just going somewhere. I'm personally used to being alone. I like to be by myself, but I did something big last year. Excuse me. I went to 2 shows downtown Detroit all by myself. And that was really a push for me, because I can very easily talk myself out of it. And I was pumped. I bought the tickets and I said, okay, I'm going to these 2 events by myself. Like, at this point, no one can come along. The only thing would be a ride there and back. But other than that, you were all by yourself. And it was exciting. And then when the first event came up, because it was some months later, like I bought the tickets in like February, March. The first event wasn't until September, and the next was October. And when time came for the first event, I literally was terrified. So I'm like, I'm driving downtown all by myself. First of all, I hate driving downtown. I absolutely hate it. So that was one thing. That's fear number one. Number two, it's like I'm all alone. I've never been to this arena because both events were at the Little Caesars Arena. Never been to this arena before. What the fuck? And, I was not gonna go. Simply, like, I wasn't. Mind you, I just spent all this money to go, and I wasn't gonna go. I was simply had talked myself out of it. It's like, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like getting ready. I don't feel like driving. Ugh, all that traffic. Just little, to just not go. Any little reason to not go. And I was even still laying in the bed, like ready to not go. And it was weird because I had a friend that called me and we were talking, and then he randomly brought up the event, like, hey, don't you got one of your concerts to go to or something? And it's like, yeah. And I was just about to say I wasn't gonna go. And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, I want you to go. I want you to have fun, have a good time. And in that moment, like, all fear out the door, right? It was like that message, just something from the guardian angels or your highest self, or whomever, the ancestors. It was telling me to go because I had talked myself smooth out of it. Didn't care how much money I had spent. That just went straight down the drain. But so I said, okay, I'll go. So I got up and I went and had an amazing time. Talked to several different people, and just had an all-around good time. And after it's done, said and done, and I'm home, it's like, and you almost didn't go. Could you imagine what you would have missed out on? You had a good time, period. So I'm glad I went. So even something as small as that, going up talking to your crush or something, or pitching this idea you have for your company, it's like, just do it. Of course, make sure it's right. You don't want to be sloppy and everything, but do it. Don't let fear hold you back, because I'm at a point where I refuse to continue to live the way that I am. There are things that I want to do. There are things that I want. And the only person standing in my way at this moment is me. Can't be mad at nobody else. Can't say, oh no, he told me no, or she said this. I didn't even try. Everybody could have said, yes, the first time, 100%, let's go. But you wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if I didn't. And I didn't want to live with those what ifs. I didn't want to look up, and be in my 50s and 60s and still be struggling the way I am today. I refuse to. Like, something has to change. Something. And the only person I'm in control of changing is myself. So what is it that I need to do so I can accomplish what it is that I want to do? I want to help millions of people. I do. And I also want to own a home, farm. I want my own car. I just want to be stable. You understand? Don't want to struggle. Don't want that paycheck to paycheck bullshit. Because with that, at any given moment, it's all snatched away from you and you find yourself homeless. That's all it takes. One incident and it's all gone. So I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I want to have my own. I want to have my own business to pass down to my son and maybe future children, but something to pass on to him, an empire where he doesn't have to go through this. He'll be a business owner. He'll be established. So don't let fear keep you from doing what it is that you want to do. Fear keeps us in relationships, whether it be friendship, partner, romantic partner. It can keep us there. Well, what am I going to do without them? You start naming the things that they do that you rely on. But you're having this conversation for a reason, right? You want to leave or have a talk. You don't necessarily have to leave or have a talk. You should be able to talk to people so you can get an understanding so that you're both comfortable within the relationship. Don't let fear keep you from that, because we're afraid that somebody's going to leave, or we're afraid if we leave, what's going to happen, or what will it be like, or oh, I'll miss them so much. Don't let fear keep you debilitated, keep you handicapped. Excuse me. There's so much more outside of fear. Fear keeps us in our day-to-day life. And, society's no help because they're pushing the agenda of fear. And TV, the news, this is going to happen if you don't have this. Are you sure you want to do that? You might not make it. I don't know. It's like, fuck all that. Fuck all that noise. And that's another thing. We have to cancel out that noise. And when I say that, it's, reduced or no TV. No more TV. I don't necessarily watch TV, but I do still watch my favorite shows on Hulu and Netflix. I really keep it minimized to just that. And of course, movies in the movie theater, because I've always loved movies, but I'm careful of the movies that I watch. We need to reduce that. That helps a lot. And learning self-love and self-care, that helps tremendously to help build that confidence. Or give you that oomph to say, fuck all this. I want what I want. It's so much out there for you to have. Like, they make it seem like you need to be of a certain standard to accomplish certain things, when really the only standard is to want to have it. You want to go on a trip out of the country? Hell, by yourself. Do it. Of course, be safe, but do it. You don't know what you might find on that trip. A good friend, partner forever in life, or just an enjoyable time. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Go on an adventure. Whatever that adventure is. It could be a literal adventure where you're moving around, or something at work. But do it. We need to learn when to tell fear, okay, I got this. You can take a back seat. I hear what you're saying, but I got this. Because you just don't know till you try. And I was tired of not knowing because I didn't even try. Because I was just too lazy. It's too fearful. I want to know what happens next because I did do it. Because we all know what happens when we don't do it. Nothing changes. And we're stuck in that same cycle. And I so want to break that cycle. I saw what it was like leaving behind debt because we weren't properly prepared for someone passing. I don't want to do that to my son. I want him to need not, want not. He got it. And he wants to help people as well, so it shouldn't be too hard to pass down because it is something that we both love to do. But the message is, don't let fear hold you back. There's so much more on the other side of fear, like the answers to your biggest dreams, things like that. And don't look at my nails. I gotta redo them. Everything we ever wanted and more, probably, because of course we can only imagine so much, but the reality of it is bigger than we even could have fathomed. So if there's something you want to do, sit down with yourself, or maybe even someone you can, sit down with yourself, have that conversation. If there's something that you really want to do and it's nagging at you and you're constantly talking yourself out of it, have a conversation and see how bad you actually want it. Because another thing about wanting it is that energy you put out. How bad do you really want it? It's getting up when you don't feel like it to make it happen. It's staying up late nights. It's breaking old habits so that you can develop new habits to make your dream come true. So, please, don't let fear stop you. Don't let it stop you at all. Because it's just fear. It's just an energy. It's nothing physical in your way. It's just this energy that will freeze you where you are. So when you feel that feeling come up, you may need to find a way to stop it. So that you don't overthink and talk yourself out of whatever it is you want to accomplish. And like I say, it can be small, or it could be big. Whatever it is, don't let fear stop you. With that being said, I thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. My goal is to post a video every Monday. No particular time, just Mondays. And please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.